single moms, because this should be hard and nobody don't really talk about it. Like we go through the motions.
You have to be mentally, emotionally, and physically and financially prepared to be a single mother.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
The way that she encourages women to be single mothers is just sickening. But I do have a lot of videos of women complaining about what it's like to be a single mom in this video, and we're gonna get to it. Definitely pay attention to this video.
Black women shouldn't want their hair westernized. Why do they want it westernized? A black lady who's westernized and has all the hair extensions is straying from her natural roots, so she's not authentically black.
Trust me, it's gonna get real. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that share button. And if this is your first time watching, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's get to it and watch to the end.
My sister is marrying my ex-boyfriend in less than 3 weeks. And let me just tell you guys, we're out on this beautiful island. I'm trying to have a good time. I'm showing her grace. I'm showing up for her as her bridesmaids. But she is being a total bridezilla and giving me a hard time. Her marrying my ex-boyfriend is also the elephant in the room. And I'm getting pretty tired of everyone pitying me for this, for even showing up for her. Even my own mother called me before heading on his trip. She was like, I know this is going to be a hard time for you. Okay, like, girl, can you talk to your daughter? Well, why didn't you talk to your daughter? Your other daughter.
But what's the scenario here? Did you break up with a good man? Your sister seen the opportunity and jumped on it? Or did he break up with you and move on to the sister? It sounds like you're the woman that broke up with a good man. Your sister seen it, your mom seen it, everybody seen it, and now they feel sorry for you.
If you've slept with 1,000 women, there are 1,000 women. You coming to me asking me and care about a body count when in fact what happens is if you, sir, have slept with 1,000 women, then I've slept with 1,000 of those people, because whoever you slept with, I've slept with. So why is this all even important about men out here asking a woman about their body count? Because if I have slept with 50 people and you've slept with 100, well, yeah, I'd have slept with 150 people because I slept with you and you had the most. So what are we talking about?
This is exactly why the women that sleep around does not end up with a man, and you end up confused your whole life. Let me break it down to you. Biologically, a man's body puts off DNA. It's constantly putting off DNA. His sperm comes out, he's ejaculating DNA. This is also why men don't really feel dirty as fast as women, because women's body are designed to accept DNA. Women get dirtier faster than men. And due to the fact that a woman can sneeze, have a lot of allergies, and it starts to affect her hormone, it starts to affect her moods, it's the DNA that she's perceiving from the world. So women hormones are going to be up and down just through DNA. The more times you kiss a man and you exchange DNA with a man, you hold on to that man's DNA, and each man you're with will change the conditions of your brain. It's almost impossible for a woman to sleep with 100 dudes and end up with a husband. It normally leads to mental illness, but a man can sleep with 50 women and still give his heart to one. Why? Because he's thinking logically. When women are trying to go tit for tat for men, that's where you lose, because this is an older woman who is single, who's cut all her hair out. Do you really see why you're losing? But you think you're winning because you can voice your opinion and give up a debate. It don't work that way, sweetheart. When you've been ran through, you're no good to a man. But the more women that a man gets, the more women want them.
So I am making this video only just to encourage and uplift, empower single moms, because this shit be hard and nobody don't really talk about it. Like we go through the motions.
And this is exactly why you should not be championing women to be single mothers so they can turn around and be depressed. Black women, what you see this black woman going through, you coach it into them.
You know, and we still manage to like be great moms. You know what I'm saying? We still work. You know, we sacrifice and we lose a lot. But, you know, the reward of seeing our child smile, seeing our child thrive, seeing our child do great in school, it reaps the harvest of everything. So I'm just simply making this video just to say, like, you know, it's okay. It's okay not to be okay. And it's okay to be okay.
Learn to make better decisions. There's no point of being depressed 99% of the time, but you get happy when you get to go to school and see your child run around with other kids and accomplish things. No, sweetheart, you need a balanced life, because at some point that child's going to get older and that child's going to say, my life is messed up because my mother can't afford to do things. Where's my father at?
Just have that right village, because like I'm telling you, this single mom, and let me just say this, a single mom is a single mom. It's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it don't overanalyze it. A single mom is a single mom. So I normally do not make videos, but I have had like emotional morning.
You're having a meltdown and you need to vent, which is something that most single mothers are going to go through. Before I got a stepdad, and my stepdad has been in my life for almost 30 years, I can tell you, I watched my mom go through breakdowns, just like most guys that have single mothers. You've watched your mom cry. You've watched your mom struggle. So black men themselves know, all right, why are you promoting single motherhood? Pick and choose the right man to be with. Stop just getting up and having children to prove a point.
My most meaningful relationship this year has been with an electronic device, and it's not a phone.
Is dating in your 50s really that fucking bad? I just got off the phone with my friend and she's like, I'm done dating out here for women my age. You find men that are older by 10, 12, 13 years. They're in their late 60s, maybe early 70s, and they're looking for a nurse. They're ready to settle down at that age.
And I don't know, is this what happens when you're dating in your 50s? Like, I don't remember it being this hard.
This whole dating thing, especially at my age, over 50, is just bullshit.
So you being 50, how's the dating scene with other 50-year-olds?
I can't find, well, first of all, if you're 50 and you need stuff, I can't find somebody. It's these young boys have been after me. I can't find another 50-year-old. And if I do, they act 50. Who wants that? All old?
Well, you don't act 50.
I don't act it, look it, feel it, and nothing at all.
Sweetheart, you look 50. You acted 50. Everything about you says 65.
Nothing 50.
No, I'm 52. And nope, nothing 50. Nope.
Ladies, what are you expecting? Some fairy tale that you saw on TikTok, or some movie where you go to the beach and you find the husband of your life? That's the problem. Women are living inside of a delusional world that they put together based off their experiences of what they've seen from other people. Now they're 45, 50 years old. It's hard dating out here. Right. Most guys that are 50 are with their wife, building. There's not 50-year-olds running around trying to start a life. Men wisen up. Women come out of la la land too late in life.
A ring is not going to protect you from a trash baby daddy, okay? Ladies, let me say this. If you want to be a mother and you want to have children with a male partner, you have to be mentally, emotionally, and physically and financially prepared to be a single mother.
How does that sound? Why do you women keep coaching other women into being single mothers when being a single mother is the downfall of society? Children need both parents. Why are you supporting this?
Period, point blank. It doesn't matter if you're married, if you're not. It doesn't matter if you're common law married, if you're just a baby mama. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how great that guy is, how amazing of a father. It doesn't matter. And it's important for women to get that through their heads, because a lot of women have rude awakenings when they have children with their male partners, with their husbands, with their baby daddies, with their boyfriends. A lot of women have rude awakenings.
You're inspiring them to be single mothers, but in the black community, black women have been single mothers for 50 years. It's at 70% single mothers, but yet you're trying to tell women what? Do you really see how stupid you sound?
When these motherfuckers suddenly don't want to be invested in the family anymore, or they never were invested to begin with. And this applies across the board. I know a lot of women are thinking, yeah, that's why you need to put a ring on and get married. I'm also talking to married women too, because there are a lot of married single mothers out there. There are a lot of women who are married and still doing it all by themselves. And literally, it's pointless to even have a partner because that motherfucker ain't doing shit. So this also applies to you as well. Okay?
How about teaching women to take the time and get to know someone for a longer period of time? Me and my wife dated and were together for 4 to 5 years before we got married. We made sure we knew everything about each other. We pressure tested the relationship so we knew when we got together what we were getting involved in. How about teaching young black women that and teaching young black men that, hey, just stop having sex and then picking whoever the freakiest is in bed, and then y'all have a kid and you're gambling to see if it's gonna work. How about you just take the time out to get to know each other, see if the relationship can survive being pressure tested before bringing a child into this world? How dare you sit here and coach women into being single mothers? That just sounds dumb.
Black women shouldn't want their hair westernised. Why do they want it westernised? A black lady who's westernised and has all the hair extensions is straying from her natural roots, so she's not authentically black. She's trying to be something that she's not. It's watering down who you are authentically. You should be natural. That's what I say. I'm a naturalist. And if women were that way inclined, they'd be less combative. It's a woman trying to fit in with Western agendas.
No, why can't they just want straight hair?
Why do they want straight hair though?
Because they just feel like it looks better.
No, because they've seen it on the white girl and the Western world.
just
That
not
they want
true.
it. Yes, it is, man.
It's just like how people say
Go
that-
speak to a woman in
It's just like how
Africa
people
and
that-
chat to her, innit? With no makeup. They put natural stuff. Nothing is natural, and that's what confuses women and disconnects women from who they are as being.
And she's speaking straight facts. All you're doing is just drawing on a different identity that you're going to pretend to be. When you get up in Africa, you have women that are wearing that, but not as much as women that are natural, and their temperaments are different.
And on the passport bros topic, because a lot of passport bros are in my comments, all of the passport bro videos that I'm seeing, these men are Johns. These men are going to the country looking for a lady of the night. I don't see any of these men coming back with wedding rings, coming back with marriage certificates. They are looking for a one-time fun. They're looking for a lady to have fun for the night and then say goodbye. That's what they're looking for. They're not looking for wives. And to the men that are going to get in the comments and start the yada, 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 show me videos, tag the passport bros who are...
What did we just do?
We get married.
We got married.
coming back to the United States with marriage certificates, not coming back to the United States with a possible infection or shmesh. Okay, I don't see any passport bros that are actually marrying these women.
So you paid the dowry?
I paid the dowry,
Wow. You see that, y'all? See all the women out there saying, "Oh, well, you have to pay a dowry." This man right here paid it.
And after the wedding, her mother said, "This money is for y'all."
They're taking videos of ladies of the night that they are paying for their time. They're not marrying any of these women.
What I've noticed about the passport bros, when they do find a wife and they do get married, they have a tendency to just stay overseas. None of them bring them back here. So yes, you're not going to see passport bros and their wives because they find a new homeland.
PSA for Caribbean and African women dating African American men, especially if you're a girl's girl. Do not let these faux passport bros that can't afford to go abroad play in your face. I remember dating a guy that was like, "Oh yeah, I tend to get along better with African and Caribbean women because y'all tend to be, more traditional and things like that." Don't get me wrong, I do actually have pretty traditional values, but I still am a little modern leaning. But as a girl's girl, what I hear you saying is these other women require too much of me, and I know you're going to cook and clean and you're going to do all of these things. And so I get to rest on my laurels and just go out into the world, make some money, and that's all that you need. Wrong. Just because we're traditional, just because we're Caribbean, doesn't mean that we do not expect you to show up for us emotionally mentally, spiritually, or have expectations that you do more than just provide for our household. Traditional women in general are not a cop-out from you doing the work that it takes to keep a marriage healthy and happy.
But you're just going off of speculations. No man has ever said, oh, I have me a traditional woman. Let me just sit back and be lazy. You're just speculating that this is what the man is saying when he's talking to you. No, when a man comes across a black traditional woman, it's like finding a needle in a haystack and he's surprised and he may have to slap himself to see if it's real.
Reference, I am Haitian and I am West African from Benin Republic. I'm also a Christian, and to be honest, my Christian values is actually what causes me to be a little bit more traditional, because I grew up with a single mom in a strong woman household. So I was actually taught not to define my worth by marriage or not to think of a man as a plant. So I have my own money, but I also cook and clean. I say all of that to say, you will not use me to trample over my sisters. Thank you and have a great day.
You trying to make yourself sound traditional, but all you did was just show why you're undateable by saying that you are a traditional woman, but I'm still standing up for all the other women. No, this is just for attention, sweetheart, because your entire argument was off of speculation. You think just because you say you're traditional and a man starts treating you different, that you're special and you hold the power. No. If a man was just watching what you did, he completely lost interest of you immediately.
So I don't date American black men. I have never dated an American black man, and my reasons are quite simple. So a few days ago, I made a video about coffee dates, and I basically talked about how I would never accept a coffee date as a first date. I think it's low effort and it's just not my thing.
First of all, let's just start off by saying you're not even attractive. When it comes to a woman and you're not attractive, 9 times out of 10, a man really doesn't care if you like him.
Surprisingly enough, and I was genuinely surprised, 98% of the commenters and the people that were upset were American black men. So shocked because I didn't think that video would land on their For You page, but it did, and hundreds of them, were crying on my shoulder over the fact that I would not drink bean juice.
Where are these guys at? Where's the hundreds of guys? Matter of fact, where's your husband at?
On a first date with a man or with anyone. They were in my comments calling me all types of names, saying that I'm a gold digger and saying that I'm this and that. And then unprovoked, they started attacking me for my looks. By the way, I was so nice in that video. I did not insult anyone in that video, but they were insulting me. They were coming at me for my skin color, saying that I'm too dark and that I shouldn't have any standards. They were coming at me for my Afrocentric features. They were coming at me because I have an Afrocentric hairstyle in. Black American men honestly have this habit of attacking black women for the way that they look, especially if you are a darker skinned woman or you have more Afrocentric features, they will attack you. So the fact that they came at me for my looks unprovoked is not surprising to me at all. So
you have to understand, 90% of a woman's power is in her looks. When you start saying bad things about men, they're gonna attack you at your looks because it's like you're not even attractive. Now, if you was an attractive woman and you start saying it kind of eye-opening to a man.
So reading the comments and watching the stitches, it brought up a discussion between me and my parents about why I don't date American black men. American black men generally do not value courtship, traditionalism, or even marriage. And I'm not saying that all American black men are like this, but a large majority are.
When they say American black men, they're just talking about the dudes that are in the hood booger dudes, the thugs, because those are the guys that come chasing after them to give them the power. When it comes to black men that have their life together, they're more likely to go to a Latino, a woman in Thailand, or even a white woman. But most educated, successful black men choose other ethnic groups. So what's left to chase her is typically the ones that ain't got nothing going on.
They will berate you, break you down, and take advantage of you. I don't know why, but the sight of seeing a black woman, a dark-skinned black woman, having standards really does bother them. Maybe it's because in their mind, nobody ever talks about this, but they believe black women, dark-skinned black women deserve crumbs.
No, your typical black woman skips over the good guy and goes and have children with the guys that she don't want to marry, and then try to get the good man to come and clean up and play stepdaddy. That's the cycle that black men look at life from when we start talking black women. There's no such thing as she's a successful black woman and we are intimidated. No, every successful black woman walks around with a chip on her shoulder. You take a successful white woman and put her in a room with a successful black woman, you would get two type of tones and moods.
Colorism is real, and they think that we deserve crumbs and that we shouldn't have any standards. I mean, I was getting so many messages and comments saying, "You're dark skinned, why do you have all these?"
It's like this, black women. White women go to college to get a husband. Black women go to college so they don't need a husband. So men are not intimidated. It's just that what comes out of your mouth is completely different than how you feel. You're gonna tell men, I don't need you, I can pay for my own stuff. But deep down in your heart, you're like, oh my God, I hope he just outdoes me. I hope that didn't bother him. You find yourself in those situations. As a black woman, I actually feel sorry for you because realistically, you're the bullies to society. There's no country that black women go into and people actually think you're feminine.
The white man is going to be very impressed by your education and your personal accomplishments. The black man is going to be intimidated by your education and your personal accomplishments.
What make you ladies think this? The only interracial dating that I see is amongst 19 and 20-year-olds. Anything past 25, I don't care how accomplished you are as a black woman. That white man ain't taking you home.
I've dated women who are doctors, I've dated attorneys, I've dated pharmacists, I've dated more nurses than I can count. Women's careers, to me, don't make them more attractive. Like, I'm not more attracted to a girl, oh, you're a doctor. Whereas I think a lot of women, a doctor would be a catch. I don't give a if a woman's a doctor. I'll date a barista, I'll date a girl that works at Chick-fil-A, because men and women are looking for different things. There's not always symmetry in what we find attractive. From a dating point of view, I'm not more attracted to a girl because of her career, or because of her status, or because of her earning potential.
And this is exactly why modern women are losing. You're becoming the guy that you want to marry, but the guy that you want to marry looks at you as a competitor, because you're going to lead with, I'm successful, I can buy my own thing, I'm independent. And a man's like, well, are you nurturing? Are you caring? Are you supportive? You don't answer the questions that men really want up front. So when you lead that way, it's a turnoff, and pretty much he's going to say, are we sleeping together or not?
Story time. Her feet hurt, and these heels that she looked absolutely stunning in. But our hotel is 10 minutes away, walking. Uber is taking too long to come. And the Uber would be $30 if we were to take it for a hotel that's literally damn near around the corner. So I'm going to give her my shoes to walk in. And I'm going to walk barefoot back to the hotel.
You're such a great husband.
I was about to say, can you big up the husband that you have real
Great
quickly?
husband. This is a good idea, because I didn't want to walk barefoot, because that's just not what we're trying to do.
Got me walking barefoot in the Noya.
These shoes are huge.
All I ask is don't crease my shoes, yo. The things we do for our women, yo. Come on, man.
Love you.
Come on, man.
You see all this back there? You love it.
Wow. You ain't wrong when you right. You ain't wrong when you right.
It's nice to see couples like that. In my opinion, I'm sorry, but she would have had to walk barefoot just to learn for next time we go out and we're going to be walking around, to bring some walking shoes.